Yes, and there was some question as to whether the Kalush Orchestra were breaking the rules by talking about the situation in Mariupol, because Eurovision has strict rules about people not evoking politics from the stage, and there was some question mark over whether they might not be disqualified because of that, and then the decision came pretty quickly that they would absolutely not be disqualified, which I think also reflects the level of sympathy and understanding that there is for Ukraine. And this confirmation of that sympathy around Europe is certainly something that means a lot to Ukrainians. They're always asking me, what do people in Britain, what do people in France really think about us? Do they really support us? So all those votes there coming in give them a reassurance that yes, indeed, they really do. Though I did speak to some Ukrainians who were worried that they would only be winning because of the sympathy vote, and they wanted to be proud of the actual song. This morning there was a debate on the radio about that with a musical expert who was reassuring the public that he was absolutely convinced that even without the sympathy vote, even if it wasn't because of the war, that song would have at least come in the top 5. There is also a concrete result, of course, of winning Eurovision, which is that you have to host it next year. So that's a big and interesting question, and something in a way for Ukrainians to look forward to. Will it be possible somewhere in Ukraine for the country to host the Eurovision Song Contest? Certainly, people very much hope that it will be. The President Volodymyr Zelensky even went so far as to say that he hoped that Ukraine would one day, perhaps not next year, but one day, even manage to host the Eurovision Song Contest in a liberated Mariupol, rebuilt and under Ukrainian control.
And Gulliver, then, just in terms of the actual combat, Ukraine has been retaking territory in its northeast. British military intelligence today suggesting that Russia is losing momentum in the Donbas. What is the latest?
Yes, so as Boris Johnson congratulated Ukraine for its Eurovision Song Contest win, the British military intelligence published a report that seems like a great gift to the Ukrainians. I mean, if it's true, it's one of the most damning reports on Russia's war performance that we've seen yet from foreign public intelligence publications. They say that Russia has lost as much as a third of the forces that it deployed in Ukraine, and it's going to need at least a month to regroup before it can really relaunch its offensive in the Donbas. But what the Ukrainian military are saying is that, be that as it may, they're not really stopping. They don't seem to be withdrawing in order to regroup. They're continuing to pummel cities like Severodonetsk and to try to advance in the Donbas region, but without that much success. The real question now, or the thing to watch in the coming days, is whether the Ukrainians are going to be able to carry on moving eastward from Kharkiv and cut off the Russian supply lines heading south towards Izium.